weird and bad, and we shouldn't encourage it. And it happens all the time now for really minor offenses. People now record every slightly unpleasant interaction they have with a stranger in public. This guy posted this video of him confronting two girls that cut in front of him at a concert, and the caption was like, "Internet, do your thing. Like, can we find them?" And do what exactly? Stone them? People are constantly going online and talking about friendship trauma that they're experiencing. And the internet sleuths will do some digging and be like, oh, I found the person that they're talking about. It's this person. They'll find their TikTok, their Instagram, and start sending hate comments. Like, okay, you're harassing someone you don't know on behalf of someone else you don't know. That's not normal. That's not a hobby. Do some crafts. Go to the movies. Do something else besides like sit on TikTok all day and get absorbed into drama that has nothing to do with you. People are gonna be assholes, okay? People are going to say and do shitty things. People are gonna have like weird, toxic relationships. I've had my own tumultuous relationships in my past. It's just how life fucking works. We don't need to invite the judge, jury, and executioner into every human experience. You have to kill the cop in your head. This level of surveillance is cop behavior. I know, it can be infuriating when you see a video of someone being a fucking asshole, but that's also not your sign to throw on a cape and become an internet vigilante. Every day we're seeing more and more of this push for moral purity, but it's not making society better, it's making it more puritanical. These are modern day witch hunts, and I know that might make me sound like a boomer, okay, like a bitter old man. Oh, that pesky woke mob is at it again. You can't even hit your wife anymore. You know, back in my day, all of my college buddies had 14-year-old girlfriends. They were very mature for their age. Some people do use these talking points to normalize bigoted behavior. And there are people out there that deserve to be deplatformed. I get it, and I think that's why people are afraid to talk about these things, because they're afraid of coming across as like anti-woke. I think we've been putting off this conversation for a long time, and I don't think it's anti-woke at all. The standards that people hold themselves to on the internet do not reflect the real world. In many ways, the internet is a bubble. Like, I remember one of the first times I got heat for something online, I was also having one of the best weeks of my life. I was living in New York, I had my first 3 stand-up shows, my friends had surprised me by flying in for my shows, and they stayed the weekend. I had a billboard in Times Square. I was getting ready to move to LA, and it was like this. It was like I would look at my phone and it would be like...
How long did the goggles last? You can't turn it. You either toggle. You have. It's a toggle. A lot of this
shit doesn't matter. Internet discourse doesn't infiltrate society.
It's a toggle. It doesn't turn off.
Society in the way some people think it does, excluding the death threats and the doxing. Like, no one in Dunkin' Donuts cares about your niche internet drama. And the moral purity that we seek online is not compatible with society. People are going to say and do shitty things. They're going to like and support things that you don't agree with. We all have different lived experiences. We're nurtured by the environments that we were born into, and our worldview is shaped by the people around us and the things that we've experienced. Internet personalities are a lot more accessible to their audiences, which nurtures parasocial relationships, both positive and negative parasocial relationships.
Also, I want to point out something.
Because
sometimes people will cancel each other out of seeing each other as competition. Like, imagine, I'm not saying that I see things this way, I don't, but I'm explaining it because I've seen a lot of other content creators that do see each other as competition. Imagine if you see someone as competition and you see like, oh, we target the same demographic. Oh, we like aim for the same kind of audience. Wouldn't it be a shame if that person was like shamed, ridiculed, and exiled out of everything? So now all the quote unquote opportunities are now just yours. Wouldn't that be a shame if it happened? Just fucking saying. Also, a lot of people hop on the hate trains because it's the one moment of like attention that they'll ever get. There's some people that don't know how to get attention that they don't know how to get attention to their content. They don't know how to get people to watch their stuff, and they're just happy to see number of likes go up, so they'll hop on whatever is like trendy at the time, just because being part of the movement makes me feel good because numbers are going up, and then the drama's over, and then congrats. People do, hate does connect people together, but it's not for long. Those people are not gonna stay because you said this person is shitty. People stay because they like you.
They've made it very easy for anyone to share any thought they've ever had and post it and have it go viral. So it's much easier to overwhelm someone online than in real life because this discourse doesn't necessarily follow them in offline spaces. In the real world, people aren't just good or bad. You're allowed to unfollow, block, cut someone out of your life for any reason whatsoever, but that doesn't automatically make them a morally bad person we all need to campaign against, especially when it's just another internet stranger. And there's nuance to this, as there often is. Like, if you're a fascist person, I don't care about any other opinion that you have. And for me, and I know a lot of other people across the globe, watching the genocide in Gaza over the past 2 years has been very eye-opening in regards to the people in my life. I've unfollowed mutuals, and I've had these lengthy conversations with friends and family. And some of those conversations got heated, but I was happy to see with my family specifically that they also started to speak about Gaza. And because I actually wanted to educate them and make them care about this, I just talked to them about it and shared my opinions. I didn't lecture them or belittle them because I wanted them to sincerely understand. And people's opinions can change. Like, people are capable of changing their minds, including me. Like, literally right after October 7th, I had a conversation with my dad where I was like, man, like, people really want me to start talking about this, and like, I don't know, like, I just don't know enough about it, and it's like all so complicated. And then literally a week later, like, on my fucking birthday, I was completely on board with the Free Palestine train, and I made a video about it expressing my support for Palestinians, and I started fundraising. And I was nervous to do so at first because this was like still really early on, and like there weren't a lot of people talking about it, like definitely not as many as there are now. But I wanted to do it because I felt a moral obligation, not because I felt pressured to do so. And this isn't me saying that you shouldn't pressure celebrities into speaking out. Like, you should. Like, you should. But in general, I think people need to be more thoughtful about how they go about getting public support for causes that they care about and successfully changing people's minds. Like, I currently get people scolding me for not speaking out about Gaza, which, if you did a swift search, you would find all of the videos I've made about it and the fundraisers that I've held for it. Don't yell at me, we're on this, I agree, I even had people recently that were pushing the narrative that I was MAGA. MAGA? And I think it's partially due to the fact that I have a Make America Great Again hat that came with a Trump costume. And I wear it in some of my videos when I'm making fun of conservatives. And despite the fact that in the description of the video, I'll literally be like, before you ask, it's from a costume, I'll still get a bunch of comments being like, why do you have that hat? Oh, I think we know why she has that hat. We all know who you voted for. You're an idiot. Your last brain cell is locked in a padded room talking to itself. It must be, because how could you genuinely come to that conclusion when my creator journey started with me making anti-Trump videos, which I've been making regularly for 5 years? You know what else I have? A rat costume. Does that make me the king of the rats? Does that mean I'm scurrying around?
I'm done, by the way.
Wouldn't you like to know? Find out next time in The Sewers. Like, we are constantly trying to expose creators on the left. It is exhausting. Like, Hassan being a little snippy with his dog on stream doesn't make him an animal abuser. Yet thousands of people were tagging PETA and the ASPCA in videos about him. This happens relentlessly. A lot of times to creators who are like generally trying to do good. They're doing it with fucking Zoran Mamdani right now. They didn't like something he said and now they're like, when are we gonna admit that he's a liberal? They're like, he's just another lib. He's not gonna do anything that he promised. I'm sorry, what else? What else do you want? Your only other option is Andrew Cuomo. Like, is that the better option? Is that who you want?
What do you like, Psylocke?
Is this your man? Sometimes it feels like the left is as solid as a Nature's Valley granola bar. You're never going to be perfectly aligned with a political figure, a celebrity,
TV
a
Psylocke?
creator,
All right.
any human being. They're not a reflection of your morals. Every single one of us has a different set of values. We've experienced different things. We're knowledgeable about different things. We're entertained by different things. We've consumed different types of media, which is allegedly what makes the world so great, that we're all different people coming from different walks of life. But the internet is like a landmine, and if you misstep or have a controversial opinion, you risk becoming the sacrifice of the week.
Yep.
A hot new bombshell has entered the dungeons.
Yep.
People will say they want authenticity, but react like they want compliance. And I think that's the last thing we need. We already have the government trying to censor us. We don't need to be doing this to each other. I don't want to be media trained. I know that I can be a bitch sometimes.
Okay, hold on. Before the video continues, I really want to turn off these fucking goggles, so I will do so. I think they've been on long enough. Let me fucking... Where is it? Where are the goggles? No. Here it is. There you go. I am free. No! This is Psylocke. I'm gonna be drawing a little chibi version. That's what he wanted.
I'm going to say shit that you don't like. I'm going to have opinions that you don't agree with.
I'll turn
I
it
have
back
a whole
on.
life
Nah!
outside of the internet. A
Baldwin
stranger
can stay.
doesn't get to decide who I am as a person because of something I did that pissed them off. And this goes for both sides, like people who like me and hate me. I'm not the cartoonish villain that you've built up in your head, but I'm also not a savior whose only sin was loving too much. At the end of the
I want to point that out a lot because that is people get stuck in those two types of mentalities. You're either the worst person that has ever walked on earth and you're manipulative and horrible, or you're a saint and every action you do is excused. No. I've seen people see me both ways and neither of them are healthy. Some people convince themselves that I've always been like malicious and I was trying to hurt them all along and I was planning everything ahead because it's a lot more easier to villainize me than to like realize that I'm a complex human being and that I can commit mistakes and that some of the things that happen are not 100% just my fault. Sometimes in relationships, people mess up and you mess up and things end up sour and that is okay. Sometimes it's a lot easier to just blame everyone else for everything that is wrong with your life than realizing that you have committed mistakes too and you've hurt people. And that's okay. That doesn't make you a villain. That makes you someone that is learning and trying to be better. But you need to realize the damage you've done before you can move forward from it and be better.
The day, I'm not good or bad.
All right.
I'm just a girl with a great rack and a generally fun personality depending on how my stomach's feeling that day. You might have heard people say, this is the kind of thing that drives people to the right. People critique this statement by saying things like, being woke could never drive me right. One annoying person wouldn't make me suddenly vote against human rights. And the problem with this is that the people who are saying that are already firmly on the left. Like, they already have a solid enough understanding of social and political issues and have formed their own opinions. When we're talking about people being pushed right, we're not talking about leftists, we're talking about people who exist in the center, which is a lot of people, by the way. Like, of course you would have that opinion when you're thinking about it from your own perspective as someone who's already firmly on the left. But if you're someone that hasn't fully bought into left-wing ideology and you're exposed to some of the insufferable infighting we experience and also perhaps some right-wing indoctrination, yeah, I could see why you might take a few steps right. The left does a great job of being like, well, my morals are bigger than your morals, and the right does a great job at being like, hey kid, hey, I got some propaganda in the back of my van.